Off the open roads of America are communities battling the uncertainty of the coronavirus and fighting to stay afloat.
A quarter of our price has been lost on account of this, and that's just for 1 month. It's not going to recover anytime soon, and we may not have even seen the floor yet, depending on how things go.
In northwest Alabama, the rolling hills and bright flowers paint the landscape. Agriculture is king, and farmers are in a serious bind.
It's like somebody knocked us on the ground, and for 4 or 5 years, we just continually got kicked in the ribs. And we've had some price improvement over the last few months. It was like we were all finally able to start getting up off the ground, and as we were bent over dusting ourselves off, somebody came and just kicked us in the teeth and knocked us right back down. And it's look, from the looks of it, as bad as things have been, the potential is for this year to be even worse.
Will Gilmer is a third-generation dairy farmer. This small but robust operation has been producing since the 1950s and has seen its ups and downs, but nothing like 2020. As demand for milk and cheese plummets, Dairy Farmers of America says farmers are dumping about 3.7 million gallons of milk each day.
If we were to stop milking our cows, physically it wouldn't be good for them, but it would also be very difficult for those cows when we were ready to resume milking. There would not be anywhere close to an immediate return to their production levels. So it's, as bad as it is to say, our only option on milking cows is to continue doing it. And if we have to dump the milk either on our farms, or if it's dumped at a processing facility, or we just have to sell it way below what it costs us to produce us, for the long term, for our farms and for our cows, that's really the only option we have.
And according to Gilmer, people in this part of Alabama are more worried about the economy than the potential impacts of the virus on their health.
And it's not that farmers or people in the community don't care about each other, because they do. It's just that in Lamar County here, there are less than 15,000 residents, of which less than 10 of those people have confirmed COVID-19.
Gilmer doesn't know where to turn. The schools and restaurants who usually buy his products are closed. And though he'd like to see it put to good use, it's not that simple.
If fluid milk is not being sold at retail, what can we do to get it in food banks? I mean, the last thing we want to see is milk dumped out on the ground. The problem we get into there is just the milk plants don't have the processing capability to be able to take all the milk that we're producing now. As cheese plants have been shut down because there's not the demand for cheese, as other plants are having to shut down because they don't have, for the safety of their workers.
Get that plug back up without making a mess on you.
In Coleman, Alabama, north of Birmingham, Ben Haynes raises cattle and farms wheat, corn, and soybean.
You got cattle that have lost 20 or 30% of their value out here in the pasture, and neither one of us can really do anything about it.
As restaurants have shuttered, people are eating more meals at home, and they're stockpiling more food. According to the latest Nielsen data, meat purchases are up 50% at grocery stores nationwide. But keeping it on the shelves is a challenge.
It's a production issue and a logistical issue and a transportation issue. It's not a supply issue at all. The American food supply is not in danger. It's not been threatened. We just got to figure out how to get stuff from my pasture to your plate.
Haynes believes his industry will adapt to the virus, but he knows there are more lean times ahead.
Some folks are probably, going to get sick. Some more folks are going to get sick, and that's awful. But we got to find that balance of being able to exist financially and economically, and still mitigate and control that risk that we face from a health standpoint too.